Hello and welcome back to another Space Engineers showcase video. In today's video, I'm once again taking a look at one of your designs that you have linked me in the comment section of one of my videos. And if you just see something of yours on this channel, just leave me the Steam Workshop link somewhere and I'll hopefully get around to it this week or next week. So for today, we are looking at a rather fancy land vehicle with some very impressive stuff going on with it. This is the SAM MRAP Cougar 6x6 turret version, which is this lovely thing right here. So this is a fairly large land vehicle featuring a custom-made turret and a fairly large interior for you to store all your troops in to deploy at maybe a nearby enemy base, which is somewhere over there. Yes, we'll go visit them a bit later, but this is what we get, and it's absolutely fantastic. First of all, we'll press F10, find it in the spawn menu, there it is. This thing is 2,205 small blocks, requiring the Wasteland and Decorative Block number 2 DLC packs. It requires no mods, but it will require a few scripts, of course for the custom turret on top. We've got a lot of information about this, the controls, and what you should and shouldn't do, so give this a thumbs up, then move all the way around to the very front. So at the very front here, this is what we get. We got a lovely grille in front of us with a hydrogen engine sitting behind it that you can probably hear humming away. On the left and right hand side, we've got two traditional spotlights with two interior lights just below it. And we've got this lovely bumper at the front made out of some creamy steel blocks with two wheels at the front just in case you do slam into something. If you were just to come up and above a little bit, we've got a block sticking up, which is being a little radio antenna, and we've got a hidden ore detector right there, so you can use this to go around and find some ore patches. As we move around the side, we've got some fantastic use of the rounded blocks for some additional decoration. We've got our lovely wheels just sitting on the side there as a spare one, just in case one gets damaged, you can just grind that up and repair up the wheel that needs it. And once again, a lot of decoration. Some fantastic use of the small block windows. As we move all the way around to the very back here, we have a lovely doorway to get in and out that have been put on hinges. So once we press that button, the doors will fold open and allow you to get inside, where you can store all your troops inside that are going to be transported to the war zone. And if we were to come all the way up and above this thing, we've got a rotating light so everybody knows you're in the area, and we've got some more fancy bits of decoration in the form of some steel blocks sticking up. And then we come to this part right here, which is my favorite part of this vehicle. This is the custom turret that sits on top. It's using the MART script, and it features a Gatling gun in the middle there, which we can rotate up and down, left and right. We've got a little bit of protection around this seat, so the gunner doesn't take too much damage in combat. But we'll look at that a bit more later on. Yes, it's coming around to the very front. There is the gun. It's got a spotlight on one side and it's got a hinge on the other. That hinge works so well with this gun. It's incredible what such a simple block does to the Gatling gun, and it adds so much detail to it. This rather fancy thing. Yes, just coming all the way over to here. We've got an antenna to make sure we can always find this thing. Our Wasteland spotlights just sitting in the front there. And there's our windows to view inside. We can look down past these blast edge blocks, which is where our hydrogen engine is sitting. There it is, we can just about see it moving inside there. There it is. And yes, before we go inside, I will just quickly come down and underneath this thing. There is the bottom, just ignore the grass there. Got a lovely protected bottom, and we do have a connector underneath just in case we need refueling. We can see an exhaust on the left and right hand side, which is going to be for our smoke screen system, to make sure we got some cover against enemy fire. Doesn't really work too well against the AI in this game, but against a player, it'll be fantastic. It's coming all the way around to the very back there. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is grab hold of my character, who's sitting right at the very front. This is a size comparison. This thing is a lot bigger than it looked on the workshop page. So yes, we're just going to come all the way around to the very back here, and we're going to hit this button. The doors will open up, and we'll be able to hop inside. And there we go. We have a button on our left hand side, which we can press to close this up. And now we're nice and safe inside. And this is what we get. We are fairly dark inside until the driver decides to put the lights on, but we do have a survival kit in here just in case we need to respawn or just heal ourselves up because we took a stray bullet. And moving along here, this is the rotor which is being used for the turret above us, and we've got a time block just sitting there. Got a few seats sitting around the place for your passengers to sit on, and we've got two seats at the very front there for your driver and your co-driver. sitting into the right seat, this is what we get. We've got a few scripts in front of us and a few LCD screens showing us our speed, our integrity, the weather, and of course the time of day. Looking around, we've got a great view all the way around us. And then just hopping out of here, getting into the proper seat, this is what we get. So number one on our hotbar is to turn on and off the headlights at the front. So coming all the way around to here and switching it to nighttime. There we go, we now press that on and off. So there we go, we just switch off the spotlights at the front and the wasteland spotlights at the top. Number two is going to be for the lights inside, so switching them on there, we're now lighting up the darkness inside here. Moving to the side of the vehicle and toggling them on and off. There we go, our little lights on the side there, which are the LCD screens, will now turn on and off. And then bringing the sun all the way back around again to the daytime, we'll now press number 6, which is going to be our smoke screen system, where it will just cover us in a lovely white fog, and from a distance, it's going to be fairly hard to shoot at you. The further you go away, the harder it is to see the vehicle. So there we go. And yes, like I said, it won't be very good against the AI, but against another player, perhaps sitting on the hill in the distance with their fancy tank, it's going to be a bit of a problem hitting you, especially when you start moving. And then number 7 is to simply turn it off, and the smoke will slowly dissipate after a short amount of time. Number 8 is for our rotating the light at the back there, so bringing the light all the way to the dark once again, and pressing 8 will then spin around with a orange light so people know that you are in the area and not to shoot you if you're friendly. And then of course number 9 is going to be for the doors at the back there, so just coming all the way around to here once again, and once again bring the sunlight there. There we go, we can press number 9 and we can open and close the doors manually from the driver's seat. And there we go. And then just getting my character out of the seat there, just plopping him over here. We're now getting to the turret on top, which is this lovely thing right here, which is undo the parking brake by pressing 2, or the rotor lock even. Now we can rotate this around, lift the gun up and down thanks to that hinge, and we can start shooting stuff. Forward to bring the free camera and bring it all the way up to here so we can get a better view of what's going on. There we are, we can now rotate this all the way around so we can shoot behind us if we wanted to. And we can lift the gun up and down as we please. Yes, there we go, we now shoot it up, down. You do have to be a little bit careful, it might be worth putting a limit on the hinge, because you can shoot all the way down and maybe start destroying the passenger in your seat. So do be careful about that, and of course for all the little blocks sticking up, you want to be extra careful about hitting them. Yes, what I'll do is now just come out of here, we'll just delete this, spawn in a brand new one. So there we go, drop this in place, and we'll just drive it around and head over to the pirates, which is somewhere in that direction. That is the pirate headquarters, so we should have a fun time over there. Just opening up the doors once again, coming inside. I do love how the doors open up. The hinge is such a fantastic block and a great addition to the game that has allowed so much more that the rotor just couldn't give you. It's just walking all the way over to here, we'll go put our lights on the interior, we'll close up the doors behind us, and we'll now start moving towards the pirate base. So going forwards, this is what we get. Thanks to our large wheels, we are very sturdy on the off-road. And we seem to get about 40 meters per second. We might get a bit higher when we go downhill, but we are sort of capping out at about 45. It's very smooth, and there is the pirate base over there. I'm kind of hoping the turret will be automated, but I don't think it is. I don't think it's a script that I'm thinking of where it will manually take control, but I will just very quickly come out of here, open up the doors at the back, make sure that it's undone, just in case it is fully automated. There we go. Now we'll just come back in and start driving towards the pirate base. I have very little hope that we will come out of this in one piece, but it wouldn't be fun otherwise. So yes, going forwards, closing up the door. There we go. And now we're going to very carefully, we're going to go straight towards the pirate base and see what happens. Anyway, that is pretty much it for what this vehicle has to offer. It's absolutely fantastic with design. It looks absolutely glorious if you were to store it in a, say, a museum of your own. Oh, and we just went past some ore. Oh, look at that, some nickel. Yes, so there'll be a link to it in the description below if you do wish to download it and play around for it yourself. I highly recommend you do, because it is a fantastic looking vehicle. And here we go with the pirate base. I don't think the turret's going to automatically shoot stuff. I think it's manual only. So we'll see if they're going to be friendly or not. Oh god, we're getting torn to pieces. There is a lot of guns on this. There goes the rockets. Oh my god. Wow. They were not happy about this. Let's just now move away there. We do have our auto dampeners on and we are going super fast. Wow, look at us go. And I think they have had enough with the vehicle. And they're still somehow in one piece. Yes, like I said, that is it for this vehicle. There'll be a link to it in the description below if you do wish to download and play around with it yourself. And hopefully you will have better luck than I do assaulting a base. So thank you all for watching, and I'll be back with another video some point soon. Bye bye.